One word that defines entrepreneurship for you.
Tenacity.
For me, it's not hoping, it's just going and making it happen. I think so many entrepreneurs have the same exact mentality, which is you actually have to do it. Nothing's going to come because you really would like it to. For you, what are the 3 most important traits that one needs to succeed?
One of the most important qualities is you have to sort of have a level of compassion and humility. You obviously have to work harder than anybody else. You got to know when you're wrong, and you have to be able to work with other people. Because a lot of times when they tell you, yes, I understand, doesn't mean they understand. It's more likely like, I hate you.
I can see sort of like the journey that you've taken, like as an entrepreneur and as a manager. I imagine you would have been super shitty to work for probably 5 or 10 years ago.
Absolutely.
Then, but like that you've become a great manager. You can sort of see it in the whole way you tell your life story. What's the worst piece of business advice that you've ever received?
Worst piece of business advice I ever received. Everything's gonna be all right. I don't know.
That's good.
Like nothing will ever.
Don't worry.
Yeah. If you ever assume that everything's gonna be all right, you're totally screwed.
Right. What makes a good idea?
I think what makes a good idea is something that is so simple. People are like, I could have thought that. Well, you did it.
What's your greatest fear?
I won't know how to be happy, or things are not gonna work. Like Toronto right now. Like I'm losing sleep because things aren't there yet. So
if you were not a chef/restaurateur and the golf thing didn't work out, what would you be doing?
I'd probably like to do something with my hands. Like I'd probably like glass blowing or something like that.
Do you have a personal or professional motto?
Make it f***ing happen. Very simple. No excuses. Make it f***ing
Mine
happen.
is don't hope. Here we go.
The worst piece of business advice you've ever received?
I mean, I've received like very specific pieces of advice, like sell the company at a certain time, when I'm really glad I didn't sell the company. I actually like yours. I'm going to steal it. When people just sort of brush off, like, it's going to be cool, don't worry. My dad does that all the time with me. I'm having a really shitty day, and he's like, don't worry about it. Go home, hang out. I'm like, thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for doing this.
No, thanks for having me, man.
We cut to the core of you.
Yes, I didn't cry.
You almost did at one point, I think.